for all of you who are just joining, a handful of new faces, welcome. Really excited to have you. The first hour, we'll dive into Figma, learning and utilizing the tool. And then the second half, we'll get to hang out with each other for a little bit and get to know each other. Really excited to have you. But as a part of it, so first wanted to ask everyone, how familiar are you with Figma? So we have a poll that I just made that I'm going to launch. And so just to get a sense of what type of people we're working with, answer the polls. You can look at it in real time. Okay, awesome. Oh, wow. Everyone's using it on the regular. Okay. Yep. Everyone in the waiting room should be let in by now. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So it looks like a lot of people have used it on the regular, and a lot of people, this is probably a pretty brand new application for you. So we have a mix today. So we'll do a lot of introductory stuff, but also as a part of the practice today, we'll be also learning keyboard commands. So the keyboard command utilization is really how you get faster and faster with Figma. And even though you might be a returning person, some of the keyboard commands might be somewhat new, and it'll be good practice for everyone just to get faster and faster with it. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to end this poll. Close. Awesome. More people coming in. So quick, kind of a run through of the landscape of design tools for those of you who are new to this tool. Essentially, as a designer, creating stuff for visual design, wireframes, anything digital, whatever it is, you just have a bunch of tools to accomplish it, right? Think about, building a house. You can build a house with so many different things, a screwdriver, saw, your hands, whatever it is, right? And at the end of the day, whatever tool you use, it doesn't matter, right? But each tool has essentially a different set of superpowers that it has. And Figma is a relatively new tool. Right here, the logo on the right, it was launched in 2016, and it has really taken a lot of the learnings from all the previous applications that have been out on the market. I don't know how many of you are familiar with OmniGraffle, Axure, but these were the original tools that people were using to create wireframes. Totally old school. Yes, holler. And since then, we've integrated design into it. So on top of these tools, essentially Sketch was born out of it to add color, to add photos, but then also to be able to create styles and components so you can start creating big systems. And, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign has all been on the market for a long time, but really why these tools came up was there needed to be an easier tool to just quickly create interfaces. Also, these tools have since specialized into niche demands. So for example, InDesign really is for booklets. If you're creating a catalog, a magazine, Adobe Illustrator, this is really for design, illustration, logo creation. Photoshop has now become really the tool for photo manipulation. So in the past, people used to create web designs with it, but for such a hefty tool where you can manipulate, edit people's faces, you really don't need to do that, especially now that design, right, is turning more flat and is turning more accessible, friendly, and so experience design, Adobe XD was born. But really, I think the next tool that's gonna just be in everyone's toolkit is gonna be Figma, especially with all the capabilities that it has. But just wanted to get to know what everyone uses as a tool. So I'm going to launch a poll. You only get to pick one. What is the primary tool that you use the most? Just to get a sense. If you are in design, if you're designing. Yeah. Ah, a lot of Figma people already. Okay. Awesome. Okay. 4 people didn't vote. Who are you? Awesome. Cool. So I guess, yeah. So a lot of people use Figma. Yep, totally. Sketch, probably a lot of people transitioning from Sketch into Figma. And then Janelle, where do I vote? Why is the poll submit button red? It should pop up in the screen, in the middle of the screen for you to vote. Yeah. If you don't see it, let us know. And then some Illustrator and XD. Yep, awesome. And I think over time, XD has become a lot better. Especially the prototyping capabilities are really good now. Cool. And so in a nutshell, why Figma, right? Really, the main benefits is the first one, integrates multiple tools together. So for those of you who are new, this is really the end-to-end experience all the way up to development of the web designs that you have created into code. So you can do UX, quick agile iteration, design, you can add color, you can add photo, you can create styles, prototyping, you can look at what it looks like in a click-through flow. Development, you can pull CSS code snippets, and then collaboration. And so this is number 2, why this tool is really dominating the market is the aspect that we can all collaborate in real time together and see what everyone's doing. And then that's what we'll experience today, which will be awesome to see 45 people on one board. Also, this is web-based. So where Sketch and Adobe was really falling behind was this ability for version control, right? If you remember, Sketch had abstract. Trying to use the Git repository system, it was a headache. People didn't like it. And Figma is really how Google Docs innovated the Office suite. And so really we're going to see a lot more Figma being utilized. And then lastly, why we love it, it's free. We love free stuff. And so if you haven't already, definitely go and register first for an account and download the Mac PC application. And a lot of the keyboard shortcuts we'll be practicing today will use that. Cool. And then we'll get started. But in the meantime, definitely check those out. And I'll stick the links in the chat too. Here you go. Cool. And so just out of curiosity, just wanted to get an understanding of what operating systems everyone is running on so we know how to reference keyboard commands. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me send the link to... Cool. So 2 people didn't vote, probably me. Okay, everyone is on the Mac, cool, and someone's on a Chrome OS PC. So generally, right, the only difference is command is the Apple key, right? The Apple little squiggly thing. And so as we talk through the keyboard commands, just switch those up. But that's what we'll be practicing mostly today. Sound good? Awesome. So with that, does everyone have up your Figma app just on the side? Yeah? Okay, cool. So just to kind of orient, this is like a 30-second thing. For those of you who are new, oh, we have a new entrant. Brittany has entered the ring. So just a quick run through. If this is brand new for you, it's really easy, I promise. When you launch the application, and please definitely send a message if you just need us to slow down, you need to catch up. But the first thing you should see is this blank interface, right? By hitting this plus sign here, you create a new document. And so for those of you new, just are returning, just we'll fly through this. Essentially, the interface is broken out into really simple quadrants. Once you open up a document, up here is the tools, right? And we'll go through in a minute what they are, but just know that these are what you're going to be creating with. Yeah? Okay, Jade. We'll give a few minutes. Here, you know what I'll do? In the meantime, I'll shoot over the link for a Figma document. You can take a look at it. Here you go. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to shoot this link over in just a sec. Let me see what else I have. Okay, cool. So let me just shoot this link over and then we'll still go through the interface. And as you have it up, right, there's just 3 quadrants for those of you who are new. The top is, these are the tools that you create with, right? These are your screwdrivers, your drills, your saws, whatever it is. And on the left, here are the objects that you create, right? Oh yeah, yep, for sure, Jiho. Okay, I will zoom in for you. Yep. Okay. So at the top, these are your tools, right? If you have a screwdriver, and what you create gets put in the left side here, yeah? So if I'm cutting blocks out, I essentially have created stuff, I put it here on the left, right? Everything goes in here. And then on the right, this is the mode. This is essentially what we want to use what we made with, yeah? Really simple. And so they're broken out into these tabs. All you have to know is in the design mode, these are all the little modes and the little trinkets that you have to adjust the typeface, the styles, the settings. Here in the prototype, this is where you create the click-through flow. And then here in the inspect, this is the code, right? And then here on the left, here are all the items, layers. And since everyone is coming from like a Photoshop sketch background, this is pretty much the layers panel, right? Where we have all the nested groups, the symbols, etc. Yeah, cool. Any questions so far? Really simple. Pause 30 seconds. And we'll play around with this in a minute so you'll get to know what it is. Awesome. Cool. So now that you have the link, the first activity is going to be creating a new page. So here, what we want to do is, let's create a new page. Don't touch this too much. So click the plus sign, right? And then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to just write your name here. Yeah. So I'm just going to write my name as Stephen. And then I'm going to go here to this master page, select everything, Control A, Control C, and then just paste it into my page, yeah? So everyone, I'll give you 30 seconds. Just kidding, like a few minutes, just to create a page of your own. Oh no, is it only view only? You know what? Here you go. I thought I edited it. Try again. Edit. Oh no, I messed up. Here you go. I'm trying to make everyone editors really quickly. You know what? There you go. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Yep. It's a public link, so even if it's just view access. Cool, cool. Great. Awesome. Whoa, what? This is crazy. We have 40 people in one document. Awesome. And then we'll just go through one by one. So I'll give 2 more minutes for us to just really quickly create a page and just make sure you put your name. Yeah. Awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, feel free to add emojis in your name too. Like Kenny. Kenny, you win a prize. Most creative. But don't put like your social security number, yeah? Emoji good, social security number bad. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so cool. Sounds like it looks like everyone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think there's a handful more people who's making a page still, so I'm gonna give it 1 more minute while everyone has patience. Feel free to show off some chops if you already know some Figma. We'll be going into each other's boards or territories to silently approve each other's stuff. Yeah, I made a copy, so I'm doing awesome. Okay, cool. Moving on, good. Awesome. So now that we have that, we're just gonna go into the first activity. So you should be on your page, yeah? And then just bounce back and forth with the screen share. Awesome, people are still selecting. So what I'll do is I'll talk for a little bit and then I'll give everyone like a few minutes to go into the Figma screen to like play around and follow the directions. Yeah, cool. Mila's still making it. Awesome. Great job. And Melody is still doing it. Mila, if you just want to do Apple A should select everything. Yeah. And then Apple C, copy. And then Apple V, paste it in your page. Or you click duplicate page. Oh my God, I should have just done that. Yeah. You know what? Keyboard commands. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Cool. Okay, so how we'll do is we'll zoom for a little bit and give everyone some time, yeah? So the first activity here, so this, for returners, bear with us for a sec while we get the newbies integrated in. So the first one is just really understanding, right? How we click and play with the mouse first. So we have all these nested objects, right? So nested is if you group things together, if you bundle things together, for example, you can create a group for it. And then a group, you have all these little objects. Essentially, you want to organize things for better, faster designing, right? When you first click on something, you get the group. And if you want to go deeper, you basically want to double click. Yeah. And as you double click, you keep double clicking, you're going to get all the way into the deepest nested object. So that's just stage 1, right? Level 2 is integrating our keyboard command for control and holding the Apple key. So it'll be control on the Windows, right? So when you hold that down, basically it bypasses groups, and you can individually drag and select objects, right? So remember, this is one group, right? If I hold Command and I just drag and my box hits something, then I bypass all the groups. So this is a great tool for you to select individual things that you want. What's even better is, let's say you have multiple groups near each other. If you hold Command, so let's say, right, I want to go select something in the navigation and the body group, right? If I hold Command and I select, look what it did. It selected the items that I hovered over, regardless of what group it's in. Yeah. So I'm going to give 1 minute. Just hop into your Figma. Just play with that for a little bit. Hold Command and then drag your mouse and select a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Feel good? Yeah. I know. Yeah. We're going to learn a lot of keyboard commands today. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. What are y'all doing? We're going to learn lots of keyboard commands. Okay, come back. Come back to Zoom. So if you want to learn more, I forgot to mention this. On the corner here, if you click keyboard shortcuts, this opens up this pane of all these keyboard shortcuts. What's really awesome is what's in blue are the ones you've used previously. If it's not in blue, um, one, you need to you need to practice. But I think it's a great lesson to just try it out. And when you actually initiate and do it, the modules would turn blue. So this is just a great introductory lesson, and definitely check it out in your own time. Yeah, cool. Okay, so a couple really quick things. If you hold Command Apple and then you select a bunch of stuff. Oh, yep. Sorry. Yep. For Jalen. Yep. This question mark on the bottom right hand corner. Help and resources. Yes. Right here. If you click it, you get this keyboard shortcuts menu that pops up. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Ready to move on. And then also the other method is a shift and drag. Actually, no. The one I want us to practice first is also holding the space bar down, right? When you hold the space bar down, you notice that your mouse turns into a hand. This allows you to drag, right? So why that's beneficial is because let's say I'm knee deep in something, right? And I just want to go somewhere else. I want to click something, right? But I'm clicking places on the screen. Every time I click, it's going to drag something, right? So when we hold the space bar down, we can actually move around our canvas without affecting anything that's underneath. Yeah. So I'm going to give 1 minute, just bounce out and just drag around. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. See? Learn new things. And then the last one command I want to teach you is to hold the command down and scroll with your mouse in and out. Yeah. So this allows you to zoom in and out really easily without having to use the Apple plus minus. That thing is crazy. Yeah. Hold down the Apple or command key and scroll in and out. Yeah. Yeah, I think Sunil, that's a great point. Usually it's helpful for people with a mouse that don't have that capability. And so without, a magic mouse or trackpad, you actually cannot just bypass it. Yeah. But good question. Yeah. You could definitely use that 2 fingers if you have that capability. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Everyone good? Zoom in and out and drag with your mouse or with the space bar. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Cool. So then the next thing is activity 2. This one is where we're going to learn alignment keyboard shortcuts. Yes, I know we like to go into the right here to use these icons, but what we're going to do is we're going to select these 3 and we're not going to use these. Yeah. We're going to use keyboard shortcuts. We're going to practice. So to align them from the vertical plane is on the Apple key Option plus V, which stands for vertical alignment. Yeah. So hold that and then push V, and that should align everything together. Yeah. Do it a couple times just so you get good practice of that. And then same thing for the circles. Yeah. And then what you also want to do is these blocks, you want to align them on top of each other. So get 2 of them actually with the subtitle 2. And then you want to do the same thing, Option plus H this time, where you're aligning them horizontally. Yeah? Yep. Awesome, Kenny. Oh my God, thank you for typing it out. Yes. Cool. So practice that a few times just so that you get a good hang of it. You know, these are your most important alignment tools. And every time you move the mouse over, and so these icons actually do the same thing. Yeah. So this is left align, this is center align. These are all these, you know, alignment tools. You have them all here, but what we're learning are the keyboard commands. Yeah. Yep. Alt V. Awesome. Thank you, Jalen. Yep. So just turn the board over here like that. Yeah. Awesome. I'll give 1 more minute. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. I'll do that. And then one mode that we're going to use next is the remove all of your, yes, don't do Command H. Yes, it hides all your, thank you, Liz. Great. The next thing is going to be this, it's called the presenter mode in some instances, but where we get rid of all the panels. So on Apple, it's Command period, like period. We're done talking, period. So we go away, period. You're not going to forget that now. Essentially, when you're in this screen, everything goes away. So my recommendation is if you're presenting to a client, presenting to anyone else, this is a great view to have if you're presenting off of Figma. Yeah. When clients see all of the frames, they get very, you know, claustrophobic, and this usually helps them. But what is really great is this will be good for our next exercise because we're not going to use any of the icons. Oh, yes. So we're going to create this all with keyboard commands here on the right. Yeah. But just to orient people, we're essentially using these tools up here. Yeah. So we're going to be using all the stuff down here in the shapes tool, but we're all going to use keyboard commands. Yeah. Oh, random comment. Okay, cool. So let's close out of here. Let's practice, right? So I'm going to do it first for us, and then everyone can practice, right? So essentially, you want to create rectangles, circles, and subtitles. So the keyboard command for squares is R, drag. If you hold Shift, it makes it a perfect square, yeah? So you're going to want to create 3 squares. You can do that, 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 or you can duplicate and drag. So for that is holding the Option key down and clicking on something and pulling it away. You duplicate it, yeah? I'm gonna do it again. So what we did was create a square, right? Hit R, click the screen, drag, yeah? But because we want a square, if you hold Shift, Shift makes it a perfect square, okay? Cool. Then you're gonna hold the Option key and you're gonna click on the object you want to duplicate and then pull out from it. Yeah, it's like having a baby at mitosis. It pulls, it's cellular division. Yes. And then what's even better is now hold Shift with it. And now look, it aligns it on a track. Yeah. So this is going to be another huge, really beneficial tool. Figma and repeat grid. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Cool. Okay, I'm going to go back here. We made a square, right? Hold Option and then hold Shift down. And when you subdivide, it pulls it out directly in a straight line, yeah? And if you do this one more time, boom, you get 3 boxes right next to each other, perfectly aligned, same shape, right next to each other. Cool? Okay. And then next thing we're going to do is create a line. You're going to hit L, just drag, right? Again, if you hold Shift, Shift aligns it with perpendicular planes. So you're able to draw a straight line with Shift. Yeah? Do it again. Hold Shift. And it does it by 45 and 90 degrees. Yeah? Awesome. Same thing for circles. You're going to hit O, and then you're going to click, drag. Same thing with rectangles. And then split it apart. Yeah? And then you're going to do the line again. Another line again. Cool. And then we're going to hit the T for type. And then we're going to type something, right? Yeah. And then duplicate it again. Yeah. Distributing the shapes. There is. Yep, there is. Cool. So I'm going to pause there. I'm going to give 2 minutes just for everyone, and I'll go over the spread out method. Keyboard shortcut for click to drag, for duplicate. It should be Alt, or not Alt. It's Option on Mac. I'm going to need help on the PC. Anyone on PC who can type it out? Yep. Alt Shift. Awesome. Thank you, Jalen. Okay. So you should have been able to create all of that without your navigation pane. Yeah. Again, if we, do it really quickly, right? Then we can start creating things really quickly in Figma, and we don't have to keep clicking on icons for us to create, right? Cool. Yeah. Awesome. And then right below is a cheat sheet, just in case you needed to see it. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. And the next command is just evenly distribute it. So for this one, what you want to do is you just pull an object, right? Endpoint, beginning point, everything in the middle, it doesn't matter where it is. It could be here, it could be there. Oh, don't change the shape. You basically want to highlight everything. And it's the same thing as the Option V, but instead you're also, sorry, this is horizontal distribution. Yep. So it's just like the keyboard command we did before, which was Option H for horizontal alignment, right? But what we're going to add on top for the Mac is the control. So we hold these two plus H, and then it distributes it evenly across. Yeah? And on the, if you want to go to the dashboard, it's here. It's kind of hidden ways away. It's right here. If you click on 3 objects, it'll be located right here. Yeah? Cool. Awesome. And if we now combine the command drag tool that we did before, right? Now we can like, even if they're grouped, right? Now we can click, drag, we can multiply, we can create so many boxes in seconds. Yeah. And this is why keyboard commands are really, really useful, especially for expert users. Awesome. Follow. Okay. Cool. Ah, okay. Yep. Yeah. Good point, Ivan. Yep. Keyboard shortcut panel open is really helpful. Repeat the command. So the commands are all here, the other horizontal. Yep. So if we have things that are distributed not evenly, we select them all, right? And then we click on Mac, it's Option Control H. Yeah. We're distributing it evenly horizontally. Yep. How to get out of presenter mode, remember, period. We're done with this. Command, period. Yeah, it's like an end of your statement. And the other keyboard commands, right, for the shapes, really intuitive. R for rectangle, O for oval, L for line, and then T for type. And you just hit those, it changes what the tool is on the mouse. Yeah. Awesome. Everyone follow? Good. Cool. Okay. So the next tool for us to practice is filling these with images. Yeah. This will be fun. So the ask is, hey, here's a wireframe, right? Real world scenario. Here's a wireframe. I need you to just fill this in. We go, yeah, I got you. Yeah. But we want to be smart. This is what this class is about. So what we want to do is we want to go, okay, is there a plugin that can do this for me? Yeah. And so I want us to just like get in kind of a headspace to kind of figure out, okay, how can I troubleshoot this myself, right? And so this is kind of how I'll teach you, teach someone to fish. You can, what is it, feed them something? It's a terrible quote. I butchered it. Yeah, this is teaching you to fish. So essentially it's saying, okay, let's figure out to see if there's a plugin that can help me out, right? And this is why this is so rich, because there's so many tools that can add on to our experience. So what we want to search is Figma plugin, right? And let's say image or stock image, right? Because we want a plugin that can put in stock images. We'll just search that, right? And see what comes up. And we get a website, Figma community plugin for Unsplash, right? And we'll go, okay, cool. Let's check it out. So we'll go on the website, and what I want us to do is I want us to click install here. Yeah. Install that plugin to your Figma. Awesome. So just to go back, for those of you who, just need to reiterate, this is how I typically optimize my workflow is I go to Google to search if there's any plugins that can help me out. So I search Figma, plugin, and then some keywords of what I want to accomplish, right? Another great one is dummy text, right? If I just want placeholder text put in. So let's do the same search again. Figma plugin dummy text, right? And we get 2 of them. These both are great. So I recommend going to Lorem Ipsum, install this one, and then going to Faker. Oh, shoot. Faker. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Google. Faker, and then install that one too. Yeah. So you should have 3 plugins installed now. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Liz. If you just want to bypass my Google tutorial, yes, click the links in the sidebar. Awesome. Cool. Everyone good? If you need explanation again, feel free to put in the chat. Cool. So now we go back to our screen, right? We've added our plugins. What we're going to do is we're going to select Unsplash, Faker, and Lorem Ipsum. Yeah. Yep, you got it. So we're going to now click these 3 images, right? Click, or let's practice our command drag, right? Command drag. Instead of click, 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 command drag. And then right click, we're going to go to plugin, contrast. But there's a faster way, actually. We're going to go command /. Yeah? So again, command /. Okay. A good way to remember that is imagine you're creating a folder, right, in Figma. Like imagine like folder directories, right? Like any folders / just to divide things, right? So hit command /, and then you're just going to type in the plugin you installed. So let's type in Unsplash. Yeah? Click that, and then it launches. So easy. And you can actually type in a lot of stuff in this window to actually initiate commands. Yeah? So let's do that first for Unsplash. And then once I click these 3, you can click any of the preset here to then fill these in. Yep, exactly. So you can pick whichever one you want. Just pick one of the presets and then it'll fill in. Amazing. Cool. Okay. So I want everyone to do the same thing with the circles. I'll give everyone 1 minute and then do it through the command /. Type in Unsplash, right? Just to practice, you'll run it again. You'll get this window and then click on another preset, technology, and then fill in the images. Yeah. Awesome. So just to know, this will fill in objects that you have, right? So we haven't gone into like groups and frames yet, but essentially if you created any object, whether it's a square, rectangle, star, whatever shape it is, you can fill it with an image. And it'll frame it to that, and it'll center line. Cool. Okay. And then next, we're going to do subtitles. So let's click all of them, /, and we're going to type in Faker. Yeah. And then you can pick and choose what you want this to get dummy text for. So I can click first name, and I'll put random first names. I can select them again. Or what I like to do is actually go undo, Command Z, and what it does is it reselects all of my previous selection. Isn't that cool? So if I ran this, right, and I want to select it again, my recommendation is just undo it, and then you're back at, the pre-selected state, and then you could select another one, domain name. Oh, it's still selected. IP address, single word, multiple words. Isn't that cool? So this is really great if you're creating, let's say a shopping e-commerce page, right? And you have all these fields and you just need to fill in with dummy text. As long as you select all the fields, you can now just click one of these commands and then it'll fill in these random text. And using our command drag tool, even if we have these objects grouped together, right? For example, let's say I group this together, right? I select these, I hit Command G, right? It means I click once, it clicks and selects a whole group, right? That's why we group things, so we can move things around quicker. Imagine you put stuff in a basket, right? A picnic basket together. The first click is pick up the picnic basket. The second click is pick up something inside the picnic basket, right? If we have a lot of this, right? Let's say I actually grouped it differently, right? Let's say I grouped it like ungroup. Okay. Let's say I grouped it like this, right? Instead, right? And it's usually set up like this if we're building out a website in modules, right? Usually you have the name with the profile picture with description, and that's a group, right? And why the command drag is really helpful is because we can select now between all of them, and then we can fill in with whatever text or whatever thing we wanted. Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, so the bonus is if you want to do that, you can actually select these 3 items, hit Apple Shift K, and then you can actually select your photos from your computer. I thought I had cat photos already up. Ah, yes, I do. So I'm going to select 3 pictures that I want. And then this tool allows me to now, I click into each box, and then I can place the photos where I want them to go. Really cool. COVID cat, right? Awesome. Really helpful? Okay, moving on. Let me know if you need me to slow down. But this one would be really fun. Essentially, the first board is practicing capturing colors, right? So here's 2 palettes I put out for you. Here is a bunch of gray boxes. What we're going to practice is the eyedropper tool. So on Apple, it's Control C for color picker. On Windows, I'm not too sure what the command is, but you get this eyedropper, right? Select anywhere in these boxes to pick the colors. Yeah? So just fill these in with whatever colors you're looking for. You know, if you're inspired to make a color palette by the cat, you know, you get the soft brown, you can get a little pink there. Maybe a darker brown, or darker gray. Oh, can you just push I? You know what? Ivan, you got me. You can just push I, yeah, for eyedropper. Yeah. So once you eyedrop, yeah. So basically you want to have an object selected first. Great question. So you have something selected, right? And then when you click I and eyedrop, basically it applies that color to where you have a block selected. Yeah. Yeah. Good thing with the eye. I'm so used to just like everything is on the left quadrant. Thank you. And then for those of you who are working ahead, pick a favorite color. You get one color, pick it, and then you can make it this one color. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to go back to your regular pane, you can push Command period, right? And then when you select this box, it's in the property here, the fill property. Yeah. So these are all the different attributes to edit the boxes. If I click the color gray here, it pops out this color picker. Now I can just pick and choose whatever colors I want. Yeah. Awesome. So pick a favorite color. Could be brown. And what I want us to do now is let's create a style for us as a group. Yeah. So you're going to click the object that you just created, right? Here's the property fill, right? And just to kind of describe what's going on here. This is the title of this property, right? This is the style. We'll get to that in a minute. plus is to add another layer on top. Yeah. So this is if you want multiple styles set in place, then you can keep adding as many as you want, right? These aren't objects per se, these are just different properties. Yeah. It's a good example. It's like car. Imagine you have a car, you have properties you want to put on it, spray paint colors, right? You can keep adding different plus signs and maybe you'll only see what's at the top if it covered it 100%, right? Minus here means to remove it, that property. So if I click minus here, it removes it completely and there's no color now, right? And I can't select it now. It's very troubling. I here means to show, hide. Yeah. 100%, this is the opacity. So if I change this to 10, it's a 10% opacity. The keyboard command for this is if I selected an object, just type in a number, 10, it'll change the opacity to that number. 55. Yeah, isn't that cool? So if you click an object and you just type in a number, 56, it'll change that to that opacity. Yeah, cool. And so what I want us to do is go to this 4 dots, click style, and we're going to create a new style. Yeah, click create style, and we're going to get this box. What I want us to do is use a name of our color that we created. So if this is brown, right, I'm going to say brown. And then I'm going to say / Steven, because that's my name, right? So if you did red / pick a main color group, yeah? And then click create style. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Awesome. So again, it's if I click in this, yep, 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 yep. It is here, right next to fill. It's these 4 dots. Yep. If I click it and I click the plus sign that comes up from it, yeah. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Awesome. People have awesome colors. So once you have a style selected, okay, take a look at what we just did. Because we added a / we created groups of our style, right? So pink, Mila and Jaylen, right? You both had pink / and then your name. So this is how we grouped it. So when we're creating really complex styles, this is a great way to bucket it together, right? If it's components, whatever it is, you just, in the naming structure, you add the / Yep. Awesome. Cool. And what's really cool is now we can select somebody else's style to apply it. So go to the next screen. You're going to select one of your boxes, and you're just going to get to select 3 people's colors that you enjoy. Yeah? Apply that. Yeah. Look at that. Awesome. People are throwing gradients in there. Yeah, awesome. Now, if you want to do a gradient, I'll do a quick tutorial. And if you also need to break it from a style, it's this chain link here, right? It says detach. Cool. So to do a gradient, you're going to click that box. You're going to get a solid originally, right? You're going to click this drop down. It doesn't look like a drop down at first. I know it's tricky. Click it. You have all these different options. Yeah. If you click linear, it creates a linear gradient. Yep, awesome. And then if you click these endpoints, then you can apply the colors. Yeah. So what's really cool now is go back to your color that you created the style from, and now change it to gradient. Yeah. Change the color around. And now what's really cool is if anyone has your color selected, it automatically updates. Yeah. So I want to make mine a gradient, angular. Yep. It's some blue. Yeah. Oh my God, it looks kind of trippy. Cool. And if you get the gradient setting, if you want to add more points to the gradient, so more colors to the rainbow, you just click anywhere in this bar and you can add more colors to it. It's not very intuitive at first. You just have to kind of just like feel your way around Figma. It's like a labyrinth. Awesome. Cool. Yep. Cool. Great. Good. I can't figure out how to edit my color. Yep. Okay, cool. So apologies. Because we created as a style, right? Do this. You're going to click this bar, right? Right here, edit style. And this is what you created as a style, right? This interface means it's global everywhere. Again, you're going to click this here, right here, this little color swatch here. And now we can click and select different options. Yeah. And this is how we edit the color of our symbols. Yep. How do I apply other people's? Cool. Awesome. Look at that. I see the, yep. Awesome. To apply other people's, right? We have a box. And what we do is oh, those are pretty colors. So what we do is we click a box, we go to the symbols. When we click that, we see all the swatches that other people have created. So these are symbols that we can pick and choose from. Yeah, awesome. So the beauty of this is if we're creating a design, right? Let's say we applied pink everywhere in the document, right? As long as all the times like that we have objects color referencing a symbol, all we have to do is adjust the symbol once, it applies everywhere. Yeah? Awesome. Cool. Does that make sense? Yes? No, maybe so? Yes. Great. What does the diagonal blue line mean when you click a ship? Diagonal blue line, when you name it, it puts it in a folder. So when I'm here and I go to the symbols, right? Do you see how there's a label above here? It says Sunbeam, Rihan, Blue, Kenny, Clarissa, Sean, KM, right? That / means, hey, put it in a category, blue, put it together. And this is really helpful if we're we have like, let's say we have 100 color swatches, right? And we just need to organize them together in batches. This is a really easy way to organize it with labels that might not be immediately understandable. We could say interface colors, right? For example, or we could say, legal colors, right? So only use these colors for legal doc. Yeah. Sorry, I meant when you double click an item symbol, there are multiple blue diagonal lines that overlay the symbol. Double click. Ah, you're editing the object. Yeah. So when you're in that mode, yeah, you edit the shape. You're just in the edit shape mode. Right? Then you can modify and adjust. It's just showing you, hey, this is a different mode than just adjusting the shape, which is typically like this. Yeah. Awesome. Jeremy, I don't see anyone else's colors in my window, only in the shared file. Yeah. So you have to pick people's colors and then put it on objects that you have. So remember it had 3 objects here, right? I want to pick one and then apply somebody else's color on top. So I'm going to apply Daniela's color. I'm going to apply Ren's color. I'm going to apply Ivan's color. That makes sense? It's this right here. I have an object, right? It's right next to fill, these 4 dots. If I click it, these are things I've saved as a style that I can put and apply everywhere in the system. Yeah. Color names at first. Yeah. So you're going to want to click the people's names. Can you click the people's names? Yeah. If you just on this mode, yep, KM, it means you have to select the box first. Yeah. So you have to say where I want the colors to go. If you don't have anything selected, it doesn't know where to put the colors, right? So it's just saying to you, hey, these are the things that you should, just know that exist in the system, ecosystem. You have to click an object first to be able to apply a style to it. Does that make sense? Only in the shared one you created. Jeremy, I don't follow. I don't see anyone else's colors in my file, only in the shared one you created. Yes, because we're in, yeah. Jeremy, is it another file you created separately? When we're, when we're collaborating in one document, this is where we can have each other's files. If you have a separate file that nobody has access to, they can't add stuff into it, right? It's like having a separate Google Doc or editing on one Google Doc. And if you create a separate Google Doc, you're only going to see your stuff. Yep. Good question, Liz. So to quickly copy a style and apply onto another is, let me see if I got this right. Yep. Okay, cool. Look at that. It's muscle memory. Command C plus the Option key, or Apple C, yeah. Alt C plus the Option key. So you select an object first, and then you hit Apple C Option or Apple Option C, and then you just paste as you normally would, just Apple paste. It'll paste all the styles from that object. And that should save you a lot of time. Yep. If you want to select specific attributes, you can actually select each individual one here. It's kind of tricky. You can't tell. Yeah, thanks, John. These objects here. Cool. Yeah. What is a hotkey for Windows? I think it's Alt. It's Alt plus one of the keys plus C. Alt, Control, Alt, C. Thank you, Taylor. Awesome. So with that, we went a little over. With that, that wraps up the kind of just like mastering sketch. Hopefully for those of you who are returning, you learned a trick or two here. But, the big takeaway hopefully is, keyboard commands are really important. And there's also so much more in Figma that I didn't have time to address, but maybe we'll set up a follow-up session and then I could dive in deeper into the other parts of the application. Yeah, I know we went through a lot. With that, I'm going to skip this exercise because I think Kenny has a really fun exercise plan for us. But with that, Kenny, do you want to introduce yourself and then present what we're doing next? Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Kenny. I am a community director here at QTBIPOC Design. So for those of you, got a lot of new faces here, and for those of you who have been here before, we usually carve out this last section of our UX nights for sort of like community building activities. Since we're a pretty fresh organization, we like to give people the opportunity to get to know each other and open up some opportunities to yeah, connect and build our networks per se. But yeah, now that we're sort of familiar with Figma, one of the things that I've been picking up lately is just some of the versatile ways that people use it. So I actually have like an in Figma activity that we can all do together for this last portion. So yeah, I think given that we're sort of in like remote settings now, Figma is a really interesting way to host like little events and activities, and it's a cool way to explore sort of what the app's capable of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share, I'll share my screen first. Cool. And I'm going to go ahead and share a link in the chat. So you can either go to this tiny URL here, if you can see, it's tinyurl.com/uxnight 1117, or oops, what did I do? I can share this link in the chat here if I can do that. Or if somebody else on the committee, if you have the link, you might be able to drop that. I don't know if I can get into chat right now, but I found it. There we go. So yeah, we're all gonna jump into this file right here. And what we're gonna be doing is creating like little personal trading cards of ourselves in Figma. So I've got, you can either look at my shared screen right now, or if you can see my name, my initial in the top corner, you can also click on me and then follow my screen that way as well. But what we're going to be doing is creating little personal trading cards of ourselves, sort of in the same vein as something like this, where we'll sort of have like a team deck of cards towards the end. So just a little profile, you can decorate it however you want, etc. But without further ado, let's get into figuring out how we want to do this. Yeah, so this is just for fun. Don't stress out too much about it. It's not like a test or anything. It's just a way to get to know each other and have like a little community project towards the end. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna walk through it a little bit just to lay out some little rules. Just be mindful of other people's work, I guess. So you can create your own page on the side. I see some people have done that already. And yeah, just be nice, have fun, etc. But I'm going to walk through it. You can go ahead and get started on your own, or yeah, that'll actually help with time if you get started now. But feel free to follow along as well. I just put the URL in chat. You can also go to, oh, there you go. You can also go to tinyurl.com/uxnight 1117 here. That works too. But I will go ahead and create a page here. Cool, so I made a copy, and what I'm going to do is start customizing it with my own stuff. So you can put like a little background image here, adjust the fill. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit, instead of color, I'm gonna fill it with an image. Have some images saved for mine already. So I've been really into Animal Crossing lately, so there's my little Animal Crossing character. Yep, it's Isabelle. That's my girl. And then you can use your own face. You can use Isabel's face. You can throw in whatever image represents you. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and answer all of these. And then when we're done, we're going to like swap our cards in breakout groups, chat with each other for a little bit, and just get to know the folks around us. But yeah, I'll go ahead and continue working on mine. You can work on yours. I'll go ahead and do this aloud so you can follow along. But yes, I'm Kenny. I use he, him, his. Oops. So I'm from San Diego. You don't have to take these super seriously either. If you want to put random stuff in there, that's fine. It's just the one rule is that this is a representation of you, I guess. But your design superpower. So I do UI design. I also direct the community here. Woo. And my weakness is, you can put anything here, I guess, but I'll just go ahead and say procrastination because I'm a procrastinator. Introvert, extrovert scales. Yeah, you just fill this out according to however you'd like. You can change the prompts if you'd like as well. There's some grammar shifts and stuff in here. And once you're done filling it out, you can decorate it. There's some fun tools in Figma with pencil tools. You can draw things if you'd like, fill it with whatever images you'd like. And when you're done, I have a page called, whoops, put your cards here. I'll put it at the top and you'll just go ahead and paste your card in here and we'll have all of our cards in this one page. Does that make sense? Everybody good? Cool. I'm gonna take that as a yes, but yeah, we'll go ahead and take like 10 minutes or so. I can actually, something that I learned in Figma in terms of the plugins that are available, it's actually a timer plugin. So I can go ahead and set like a 10-minute timer on the put your cards here page. So if you want to check back every few minutes or as we're making progress. Yeah, and cool. I hope this is fun. And then when we're done, we'll go ahead and break out into small groups, share our cards, swap our cards, chat, get to know each other, explore other people's cards, the works. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen. But if anybody has any last questions or anything about Figma or anything that they want to share with the group while we're sort of getting our stuff together, feel free, the floor is yours.
Yeah, welcome back. Good event, yes. Meet some people. Yeah, awesome. Nice to hear. And after this event is done, we will also send out an email where you can join our Facebook community where we have conversations, we chat, and our organization is pretty new. We're just a couple months old and we are getting up and running. And we have a group of really amazing people. And yeah, how about, you know what? For those of you who are just like on the planning committee, if you could just go through and just do a quick intro of who you are. And for anyone who are new, you can reach out to any one of us. We'd be happy to connect with you, help you out with anything we can. So who wants to go first? Just a quick intro.
Can you repeat that? I got distracted by something and I missed what you said.
Oh, just people on the planning committee, just introduce who you are, what do you do, and just so that, you know, your name is out there in case if anyone here who are new and they join our groups, that you can reach out to any one of us. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Mahogany. Is it operations director? Did we decide on that?
We did decide.
That title?
Yes.
I guess mainly I'm trying to help people organize their tasks throughout the committee as well as take notes when we have our committee meetings. Yeah, if you have any questions, you saw my LinkedIn on my card, you can ask me anytime.
Clarissa, go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then Kenny.
Yeah.
You should go. Should I go?
Yes.
Well,
All
I'm
you.
Clarissa, my title is research director. These are new, so I think that is it. So I'm just helping out, doing some research on groups and things we can bring to the table and helping out in any other way that I can. I think those were the questions. Right?
Yeah, I'm Kenny, community director here. So running just some of the community building activities that we've got going on, UX nights and outside of UX nights. For those of you on our email newsletter subscription, we just started an email newsletter. So have been helping put that together. And yeah, if you have questions about community building stuff, feel free to reach out.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to give a quick shout out, Kenny, the mastermind for our new email newsletter. And Sunil, we'll send it out. We'll put everyone who's registered from Eventbrite into our email list. And so you'll get an email confirmation. But Kenny's been putting it together and just highlighting members over the month. And yeah, huge shout outs. And also, if anyone's interested to get involved to help content create and write with us too. More the merrier. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who wants to go next? Quick intro.
I'll go next. I'm Sean. I'm in charge of social media. So, yay. Social.
Yay. Stefan, you want to go next?
Hey, I'm Stefan. I'm technology director. Anything bad or good that happens with the website, you can blame me for it. Just as a blanket categorical statement. Yeah, if any of you are interested in web hosting, web technology, execution of our designs, I've had the opportunity to do that from a lot of angles. So hit me up.
Yay. Ivan, you want to go next?
Yeah, hi, I'm Ivan, he, him, and I am the experience director. And currently I'm working on the updating the website of our organization. Yep, that's it.
Awesome. Liz, you want to go next?
Hi, everyone. I'm Liz. I'm the education director, helping make the course content for our UX course that will be coming soon and very soon. Nice to see you all. Pronouns she, her from RBA.
You want to give like a one sentence spiel about what we're working on?
Yeah, I do. Thank you so much for that. We're working on a no BS UX course that will teach you the fundamentals all the way from your career to landing that interview to getting that job and everything in between. And it's taught portfolio first. So you will leave with a portfolio with a lot of different pages and some portfolio pieces so that we can get you into that dream role, even if you don't dream of labor. Cool.
Yes. And yeah, it's we're in the middle of creating it right now, and our hope is sometime early 2021. And for the QTBIPOC community, it is going to be free of charge. Awesome. So with that, let me have just two more slides. You must be like, you tricked me into a presentation. Hope everyone had an awesome night. Our next event is December 15th. Subject is still TBD. When we figure it out, we'll send an email to everyone. Really excited to have you all. And then after this event, everyone will get an email link, invite to join our private Facebook and our LinkedIn community. So really happy to have everyone join the space and yeah, continue our conversations. Really excited. And so with that, we close the space up. Thank you for coming. Awesome night. Hope you took away some knowledge, some insights. Really excited to have you. And we'll probably do more Figma classes in the future. I feel like we just got started. So with some of the more advanced features, definitely stay tuned with that. And we'll dive in deeper. So with that, have a good rest of your night and look forward to seeing you again.